Hello everyone. These days we are studying the constituents of OOAD, and in the last lecture we discussed about the objects and classes, right? And in today's lecture we will go for the links and association. But before we go for the links and association, let's take a look between the difference of objects and classes. So here we have the difference between class and object. So very first, because it's a programming, in a programming we use the class thing. So class is nothing but the data type. While what is object? We all know that object is an instance of class. If you have a class, then that class can generate objects, right? That class can generate objects. And what about object? So we can say that object gives life to the class. Why? Because let's say if I say there is a class, but if there is no object, means there is no existence of class, right? So for the existence of class or a life to class, we need objects, right? So these are the objects. So now we can say that this class has a life, right? So this is about the another difference. Then class does not occupy memory. Class does not occupy memory while object occupies memory. How? Let's understand it with one example. Let's say you have one class, let's say class student, okay, and in this class we have some properties, role and age. These two properties we have. So till this time it has not occupied any memory. It has not occupied any memory yet, but at the moment when you create the object of this class, like if I say student S1, so at this time, at this moment, it will occupy the memory. How much memory? S1 will have roll number and age, and is an integer. It occupies 4 bytes, right? So this S1 object will occupy 4 bytes. So it requires memory. So we can say that object occupies memories while class does not occupy any memory, because class is the code we write, right? So it does not require any memory. And the last point is it cannot be manipulated because it is not available in the memory. You cannot manipulate it. Like I cannot change the name of the class, right? I cannot change the name of the class. But yes, I can definitely change the value of the S1 object. I can change the roll number. I can change the age. I can modify the roll number, right? So you can manipulate it, right? So this is the basic difference between the object and class. So about the links and association we will see in the next part.